Shannon, and welcome back to another Era Quinn Caladrim Monster Mash. We are having some monsterishly good fun here. And today we're going to be putting Bill up against Shelob. I do that every time. Goodness, these three trolls. You'd think I could get their names straight by now. Bert, thank you. Estinus, kid, you. So here we go. We've got 3 rounds of random matches that we've done a while ago. Episode 13 in this series explains all that. And we ranked and profiled everybody up in the 3 random rounds. We rolled d20 and we just sort of matched them up completely at random. Drew whatever we got, played them against each other, fought it all out, got stats, ranked them all. In episode 13 we explain how we did that and how we broke them up into 2 pools and are now doing an elimination match. So just the way the whole thing sorted itself out, this time we have Shelob and Bert. And we're going to show you their profiles. We're going to show you these models. I worked pretty hard on Shelob. I worked less hard, but still hard, on Bert. I'll show you those fancy dice that we've got there, and we will show you, I said the profiles. We'll get some dice rolling, and we'll show you a match between these two, and we'll see who comes out on top. So let's start with the profiles. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, son.
All
what
right.
do we need to learn here?
Here is Bert the Troll. Now, big thing to note, Bert and Tom have essentially been switched. So in the old edition, Bert was the sneezer, and Tom was basically the standard nothing special troll. Now they have been reversed. So Tom is now the sneezer, as he is in the movie, and Bert is the mediocre troll.
Bert's the one who ate the soup and liked the extra flavor.
Yes. So 6-inch move, fight 7, 5+ shoot with throw stones, 12-inch range, strength 8, strength 7, defense 7. He is a troll after all. 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4, 2 might, 1 will, 1 fate. He has a club or a knife, so he can feint if he wants to, because Shelob is tied fight with him. Heroic strength and heroic defense, so he does not have heroic strike, which means he will have tied fight value with Shelob for the entirety of this match. Heroic strength increases strength value, and heroic defense, so that Shelob will need natural 6s to wound him. He probably won't use either. He'll probably just use his might to help him win the fight. Terror. Keep him for later, which means he can paralyze man-sized models if he wins the fight rather than strike, and roast him slowly. So if he's within 6 inches of the campfire, which you can only purchase if you have Bill the Troll, which is the big leader one with the club, then he can essentially, when he wins a fight, instead of striking normally, he can choose to set that model ablaze and put it in base contact with the fire. And that is actually a really cool rule, but you're not likely to ever use it. So, in short, he's a troll with 2 might. That's pretty much it.
The might makes a big difference, but the rest of this stuff definitely matters too. So here he is up against Shelob this time. Shelob is a super versatile spider, and what a mess.
She is really good in point match play.
Very
in fact,
good.
she's one of my favorites to use.
She complements other armies in a big, big way and adds an awful lot to the Mortar faction. But when it's monster against monster, it's a little bit different. So let's go through her stat line too.
10-inch move, because she is a spider. Fight 7, which is actually really good considering she has no might. Strength 7, defense 7, 1 attack, can get an extra 1 on the charge with monstrous charge. 6 wounds at defense 7, so she's very hard to kill. Courage 4, no might, 6 will, no fate. The 6 will and the courage 4 are important because she has survival instinct, where if you saw the one we did about the dragon, she also has this rule where she has to take a courage test every time she is wounded. The 6 will obviously help, but it doesn't hurt. Well, it does hurt. Swift movement with the 10-inch move means that she can run over all terrain no problem.
This is a lot of fun. You can often catch your opponents off guard when you climb over a building or climb under a bridge or just go in weird places that only spiders can go to.
And that is actually why giant spiders are so good, and why Dark Denizens is a lot better than people think it is.
Massive action.
Terror, because she's a monster. Venom, so she rerolls all failed rolls to wound, which, considering the fact that she has so few dice, is important, because it means that she is consistently doing damage. Caught in a Web is a new brutal power attack she has, where instead of striking normally, she can make a single strike, where it's strength 7, and if the model is wounded, and the wound is not prevented by fate, the model is paralyzed, which is really good, especially considering that she only has 1 strike anyway, so you might as well do this every time that you're not charging, because you're getting the same number of dice, with the same number of hits, and you're getting a bonus paralyzed for free. However, if you are charging, then you're getting your 2 dice plus your knockdown, which is obviously worth taking over this. Lone Hunter, so she cannot be taken as part of another model's warband, because she is an independent hero, so otherwise she would be allowed to. And this just means that she's all by herself and she's a lone hunter, which is really cool.
Suits the movie, suits the book.
Yeah.
It's a very appropriate lore kind of a comment for her.
And considering her relatively low point value, it's really good in point match games. She's essentially pretty cheap include, so you can just drop her and you don't really care. Because the effort that it'll take to take her out is definitely worth the point investment.
So Shelob, durable, very big addition to point match games, point match armies. In this case, it's monster versus monster, so it's going to be a little different. We're playing spider dice again. You've seen us use these on the channel before. I actually got out more dice than I should have. I got out 4 dice because she knocks down when she charges, but she can only knock down a model that has a lower strength than she does. So she's going to get no more than 2 dice in this. This is a Chessex custom pattern. We ordered this from Chessex in the US. We put a special spider on the 6th pip, and this is their lustrous black pattern. It's got a bit of a gold hue to it. I'm not sure why they call it lustrous black, but it is just a beautiful pattern. I really, really like this pattern. So it's got a bit of a gold hue. It's got some really nice sort of blending to it, and spiderishness all over the 6. So she'll be rolling spiders because that's just completely appropriate. Amazon has all kinds of weird finds, and this was one of my favorites. Picked up some skull dice. You've seen us use these on the channel as well before. So Bill's going to be rolling skulls. I did it again. Bert's going to be rolling skulls before you move them. Let me show the models just quick. I like to put little things on the model to help me remember what they can do. Here's a bag with one of the extra Hobbit models that I had in there. I've had several fellowships. This one I think came from the old Moria kit. So that bag is the keep them for later rule. All 3 trolls have the special rule where they can bag somebody, man-sized models only. But if they win a fight against a man-sized model, they can bag him. It effectively paralyzes him, and then they can leave him for other people to chew on later, or they can do all kinds of damage to him that way. I did have some snot on his bib because some Nurgle rot paint on there because he used to be the sneezer, but he is no longer the sneezer. So now it's there because he likes to eat snotty soup. But that's okay. Shelob is a really fun model to build and really, really gross. It comes with this little Frodo, which you can sort of just see on the camera, is all covered up in web. And so I painted that one up, and I put a little bit of a rope in the middle underneath there that goes back to the spindle on the back of the spider. And put a little bit of work into this base. There's a bit of a rock in there. This is kind of a cavey bit of a terrain. It's really fun on these models to build up their bases a bit. Just put some character into their bases. It makes them more fun to play on the table. Makes them more fun to look at. And it just, honestly, it just makes the experience better. And that's part of what adds to the hobby. We just love the fact that this hobby has room for lots of fun little personal elements that you can add like that. So here we go, 12 inches between them. Rolling priority, and let's see what happens. 6 on Shelob, she goes first. She's going to run in 10 inches because she's mean, and well, she doesn't really care actually. She'll go just less than 6 inches because she wants to be out of range where she can get charged next turn.
Yep. And Tom is actually... Bert.
That troll. Who is that troll?
That guy. I already have a decision to make. I can either throw a stone, or I can move up within charge range.
You know I would throw a stone.
But I'm more aggressive.
So, he's up so he can charge next turn. And I can't do anything about it, so priority, here we go. 3 to your 5. You gonna charge me?
Yep. Courage 4.
Courage 4 fails, and he does not have enough will to fix that.
He does.
Oh,
one
he
will
does.
point.
Yep, just. Alright, so he spends his will point. He's in. Let's just turn a little bit. So we don't get models tangled on each other, which means I do not get a charge bonus, so I've got 1 dice in this to your 3.
Yep.
Tied fight value. Here we go. What happens?
And I cannot heroic strike.
I got a 3. You got better than a 3. So Shelob loses.
Strength 7, defense 7. He's forced to wound.
There's 2 wounds. So Shelob,
yeah, 2 wounds.
Shelob is going to take 2 courage checks. So here comes the first courage check. Let's see how these dice do. She gets a 5 on courage 4.
Yep.
So she's going to spend 1 will out of her 6. She's got 5 will left. And now she's going to pass the first courage check. Here comes the second. Rolls a 7 plus her courage. She's fine. So naturally passes that one. Survival instinct passes. She takes the 2 wounds. She has spent 1 will, and she's still in the game.
All right.
Priority.
Yep.
You're 2 to my 4. Shelob goes first and does charge. Let's see a courage check this time.
Yeah, I can have it.
And fails glowingly. Look at that terrible roll. So she is not charging.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a terror test.
She has lots of will to spend, but she needs to save her will for that survival instinct rule, so she's not going to spend it here.
And we're
All right, so you're in. My dice to your 3.
5.
5. So we tie.
Going to spend 1 of his 2 might.
I think I only have 1 might.
You have no might.
I have no might. So there goes 1 of his 2 might. He's got 1 left. Shelob loses again.
Forced wound. There's
There's
one wound.
wound.
That was
was
a
a
3.
three,
That
yeah.
was a 3.
Here comes a courage check for Shelob.
He's good.
She passes. So she stays in the game, but she has taken 3 wounds so far. Shelob having no fate, and she has still got 5 will left, but she's got 3 wounds left as well. Alright, priority, here we go.
Oh, hit the model.
6 for you, not for me. Let's see your courage check.
It's good.
9, he's very good.
Fighting again.
Here we go.
6.
3 high. Nope.
Forest wound. 3 forest will take her out.
Let's see.
There it
There's
is.
the 3 forest. Shelob has been defeated. Alright, thanks so much for watching. We're having fun with these models. You know what? Shelob is so much better than Bert. That sucks that she lost. Just saying.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really think there was a way that she could win. They have the exact same stat line, except Bert has the advantage of might.
Yeah,
which is
might and
crucial.
heroics, which she does not have either of. She's durable, she's got lots of wounds to work through, and she's got fate to help with that survival. Sorry, not fate. She's got will points to help with that survival instinct rule.
Oh,
But she was going to have a hard time with this fight.
I just checked the standings, and Bert's gonna fight the Balrog.
Oh,
Looks like the Balrog's gonna beat out 2 of the 3 trolls.
Well, she probably would have had a much harder time on the Balrog. But, alright, here we go. Thanks so much for watching. My Govanen, and we will be back soon with another Monster Mash.